Saber Nasseri is known by a lot of people as Saber Rock. He is an Afghan interpreter, and now his family is being hunted by the Taliban because he was such a hero and helping the U.S. Saber, welcome to the program.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much, sir.
How are you?
I'm 50% okay because I never give up. Even I lost my fingers in the war. Even I was on a front line, but I know my family, they're hunting right now in Afghanistan, and they have not been saved yet. And the Taliban, they're looking my family around the airport of Kabul airport, but I never lose hope. I just kindly ask everyone to pray for me, and we can save them.
So, if you don't know what happened to Saber, he was one of the lead guys early on in the war in the Helmand province, which was one of the most violent regions in the area. And they had to drive a wedge between the Afghani villagers and the Taliban, and all of the communication then would be driven right through Rock, if you will, Saber Rock. And it ended up really, really, really well. They were doing a documentary film of it at the time, and because of that, he had a $300,000 bounty on his head, and your family now has some of the family has gotten out and are in Dubai, and we don't want to identify the family at all, but you have other members of your family that you're trying to get out, and you say they're at the gates of the base.
Yes, I cannot share the location right now, but they're around the airport. I'm a little bit sad. It become 3 weeks. I couldn't sleep good. And 24 hours, I sleep 1 hour because I don't feel, happy. I'm very upset. I cannot eat because my heart, and this pain is from my heart. You know why? Because I fought for this country. I'm an American citizen, and I sacrificed for this country. They even made a documentary movie about me that I won Emmy Award, Hollywood Award. And now Mr. Joe Biden, that I respect and like him, I know one day he will change Afghanistan. I know one day he will listen to the people of Afghanistan. But unfortunately, he broke my heart. Mr. Joe Biden broke my heart because he left my family behind. He left the other allies behind. Some of the military force, military retire, like Colonel Mark DeVito, Mr. Brad Park, CEO of Hollywood Film Festival, Nancy Rivard, especially Lucastro brothers, that they made the movie about me, and also Congressman Chris Smith, Green Beret Jerry Torres. They all retire Army and military forces. They are helping me. But Joe Biden, Mr. Joe Biden didn't. Mr. Joe Biden's supposed to support and save my family.
He says that the Taliban is not beating people. It's not, they're abiding by, the way they should behave in international law. Any comment on trusting the Taliban and what's really happening on the ground?
Whatever he said, that maybe he mentioned to the social media, but I will give you proof that the Taliban, they're looking for those people who serve for U.S. government, who serve for like a general, colonel. They're searching every single houses. They beat a lot of people. They kill my family members. They beat my brothers, both brothers that they're in Dubai right now. His name is Rahim Ahmadi. Maher, Nasseri. So they're beating everyone. I have proof. The people of Afghanistan want peace and democracy without interfere of foreigners. But people of Afghanistan said majority people of Afghanistan said we want America, we want United States forces to stay in Afghanistan for good. If not, at least they can stay for 50 years, because United States military, they're in other countries for 17 years.
Mm-hmm.
Why they're lifting us behind? What's our? We didn't do anything. So the voice are from people of Afghanistan, the innocent people of Afghanistan. Now, look, a lot of people, they're leaving Afghanistan. What does it mean? It means they don't like Taliban. Majority of people of Afghanistan, majority means 99% of people of Afghanistan, they don't like Taliban. Then they're kindly requesting from Mr. Joe Biden. Mr. Joe Biden can change everything, can save all people of Afghanistan if he can. So they're kindly requesting, please, Mr. Joe Biden, save us from beasts, save us from animals. Taliban are animals.
So let me ask you this, Saber. The Taliban army did not. It's not the Taliban. The Afghani army did not stand up to the Taliban. But we're seeing now all throughout the country these citizens in towns all over the country standing up and kicking them out of the area. What happened to the army? What happened to, your president?
Good. Thank you so much that you brought that. I graduated from political science in Afghanistan, and I'm an expert about Afghanistan. I travel all over Afghanistan. So it means that I'm telling you the truth. So majority of right now, majority of U.S. Afghan Army, ANA, Afghan National Army, they are trying to join Mr. Ahmad, which is he is the son of the leader of Afghanistan, Ahmad Shah Massoud, killed by Taliban. He was the hero and champion. Now they start, because 95% of Afghanistan covered by Taliban. 5%, which is Panjshir province and north, and some of the province in north, they are under control of Mujahideen. They're under control of the people who beat the Russia, who beat the China, who beat the England, who beat the Pakistan and India, whatever. But what happened was the manager, the so-called president, Mr. Ashraf Ghani, he elected by U.S. government. He elected by President of United States, whatever was. He was the fraud, briber, and fascist president we ever had.
Wow.
He was the hated president of Afghanistan. So then the Taliban, they became strong. Why? Because Mr. Ashraf Ghani was supporting Taliban under table. And Mr. Ashraf Ghani released a lot of Taliban. Mr. Ashraf Ghani brought the representative of Taliban on the table. Taliban was lost the war. America won the war. But Hamid Karzai, Ashraf Ghani, they support Taliban. The Taliban, they didn't expect that they get the all province of Afghanistan like a water. Why? Because Mr. Ashraf Ghani called every corps. We have 11 corps in Afghanistan. They call them, they said, leave all your corps, all your battalion for Taliban. But the people, the army, our army, Afghanistan army, and they said, we can fight. We have tanks, we have helicopter, we have ammunition, and we have everything. But Karzai and also Ashraf Ghani said, no, leave it to them. That's why we lost Afghanistan. The problem, majority of people of Afghanistan said, if we see Ashraf Ghani anywhere, we will not leave him alone. They're very, very, very upset from
So
Ashraf Ghani.
when he left, because he apparently left with his family and his gold and everything else, it was kind of it looked as though he was leaving because of the Taliban. He wasn't, according to you. He's leaving because the people were angry with him?
Correct. He left Afghanistan for two reasons. Number one, he stole $50 million. Even he didn't took $5 million with him. He gave him to the PPS. The reason why he left, because the people was hungry on him. Number two, he left because of the money. He stole the money. He got it. There was a three-person control all Afghanistan. Number one, Ashraf Ghani. Number two, Dr. Moheb, he was not a doctor. He was a nurse. And there was another guy, Fazli, Mr. Fazli. These three gentlemen cover all Afghanistan. That's why the Taliban became upset. The people of Afghanistan became upset. They said it's better, the people of Afghanistan said, it's better that we can leave Afghanistan because these three gentlemen sold every single mine to the neighbors. But they have two phases. Number one, the first phase is just polishers. I'm sorry to say that he polished everybody. He showed his sympathy to the people. But the other phase was just selling our country, our people, our army, our tanks to the enemies of the human being.
Right, including China. Right, that's where the mines went.
Of course, the copper mine from east of Afghanistan, Ahmed Karzai sold it before, then Ashraf Ghani sold it. But they sold it and they act under table, not on the table. And I'm sorry to say that. Kindly, I'm requesting from Mr. Joe Biden, please follow and emphasize Mr. Ashraf Ghani. We won the war. I'm a U.S. citizen. United States won the war. But now Taliban, they got celebration. They got party. They said we beat Russia. We beat America. It's not true. It's not true. If United States want to win the war or jump back, we have one link. We have a big unit right now. They are located in north of Afghanistan. We call Panjshir province. The Panjshir leader, Mr. Ahmad, son of Ahmad Shah Massoud, champion of Afghanistan, you can just Google it. He said we have 200 special forces units, and the Taliban, they scared from them. Yesterday, Taliban lost 3 villages and 5 cities.
Right.
So, operation has started. The people, the northern line people said, we don't need support of United States now.
Right.
If United States want to support us, we are kindly requesting and welcoming American forces. We don't need military person. We need ammunition. We need air support.
Yeah.
Then we promise in 1 year we will get all Afghanistan. We promise that. So we have a strong unit now.
Saber, I appreciate the insight on this, and I do hope that we change our tactics here because we are just abandoning our friends and so many women and so many little girls and children from having a safe future and a future of freedom. Saber Nasseri, thank you very much. Our best to you. We will pray for your family, and we will do all we can to make sure that your family is with you here as an American citizen. God bless you.